actually a closed-door networking event that is hosted by Coinstore. We focus a lot on blockchain education, where we help projects to make an introduction about their projects to the localized audiences here. And of course, follow with some mingling and networking session. So without further ado, let me take you through the agenda of the night. Okay, right now is the opening plus Coinstore introduction. Thereafter, we have two keynote sessions from two exciting projects, Startland and My Neighbor Alice. And lastly, after the keynotes, we will have some refreshing buffet at the back and followed by our networking session. Okay, this is me. Basically, I've been in industry for 7 years. I've been 2 years in Coinstore, so I deal with many layer 1 projects, stablecoin, and even GameFi project. You can call me Joe in short. Nice to meet everyone. Okay, some of y'all may be first time attending to Coinstore's event. You may not know what Coinstore is about. So we are actually a trading platform that has 3 key focus. Number 1, we focus a lot on initial launches. Secondly, we have a focus in the APAC emerging markets. Thirdly, of course, we have a specialty for offline events, something similar to this. Okay, so why initial launch? Because we want to be with the project at the early on stage. We focus a lot on foundation building so that they get more token holders and volume generation on the platform also. Because these are the metrics that will actually help to determine the progress of the projects as they move on to even larger platforms out there. Secondly, of course, second point on the APAC emerging markets, most of our audiences is actually from these regions, countries like India, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, etc. So we want to be early in all these emerging markets so that we can leverage on the growth of it when the cycle comes. So basically, we spent the last 3 years in these emerging markets to build up our localized networks and resources in all these regions also. We want to give projects a reason to work with us so that we can help them with the heavy lifting in the APAC markets. Thirdly, specialty in offline events. So we want to provide a fresh breath of air also, and not just the online presence for the onboarded projects. We want to take the projects on a world tour, help them to engage the localized audiences at regions of their interest, and also for offline footprint. So in that case, there will be 2 touch points also where they engage audiences both online and offline. So this is just a short introduction on what Coinstore is about, where we started, and of course where we are today. Okay, we recently successfully exhibited at GM Vietnam. It was a very successful expo. I think within the first day, the first few hours, we already gave up most of the merch and the marketing collaterals. So followed by that, we also like to host after parties and all these expos to mingle with the local audiences there, to build networks and to build partnership and collaborations. So these are just some of the snippets of the exhibition and the after party as well. Okay, next thing interesting is that we are hosting our first ever hackathon. So same thing, we wanted to provide a fresh breath of air to all the layer 1, layer 2 projects, or projects that are developing their own mainnets. Because the struggle nowadays is that project fails to onboard more projects to build into their ecosystem, which leads to reduced TVL, holders, volumes, and whichever metrics. So the aim of the hackathon, right, is of course to give the platform, to give the project a platform to exhibit their mainnet, and of course we'll provide network resources to support them throughout the hackathon also. There will be accelerators who will guide and advise the successful projects or the winning projects of the hackathon also. So you can scan the QR here. This QR will have the details of the first ever hackathon that is happening right now. We are stipulating to have the second hackathon in the month of August also. And then afterwards we'll have a brand conference also in September. That is where we have a recap of the hackathon also. Next thing, other than having a focus on spot markets, we're actually launching our perps market as well. We have started to hire, and then this is where most of the volume is in the industry also. So other than spot listing, we also focus a lot on spot and perpetuals eventually, sometime in Q3 and Q4. Okay, this is of course in next, we'll be participating in Malaysia Blockchain Week, Coinfest Bali, and of course during Singapore Token 2049, we will have our own brand conference also. So this is also in reference to us continue to cement our footprint in the Asia emerging markets, continue to build up our localized network and resources in these various regions. And of course, Singapore being our headquarters here, we would like to have our brand conference also to promote our brand, and of course to share about company update and latest developments on where Coinstore is currently at and where we're heading next. Okay, so these are the 5 key touch points that we have for offline events. Number 1, of course, the world tour. We take the projects on the world tour, help them to engage with different audiences in different regions. Number 2, CS Connect. It's actually our own closed-door networking event. It is done in a more intimate setting also, whereby the attendees is slightly smaller, and then of course we may have some project giving keynote also. Third, Cryptalk. This is the current event. Of course, we focus a lot on blockchain education, and then followed by networking. Lastly, the 4th pointer, CS conferences will be our own branded Coinstore conference. We have very successfully conducted one last year. I think it was during Dubai Token 2049, where we had our brand conference also. And then we had one in Singapore also at Fullerton Hotel. That was during last year Singapore Token 2049. Lastly, for live streaming wise, of course, is to connect both the online and offline audiences together so that the online participant will be able to engage the offline audiences. Okay, these are just some of the World Tour Expo that we attended. GM Vietnam, Coinfest Bali last year, recently Token 2049 Dubai. Okay, CS Connect, a more intimate setting for networking event. Okay, we did it in Malta, I think somewhere near Europe, Jakarta, Indonesia, Russia, and St. Petersburg, and of course in Singapore also. Okay, these are some of the past Cryptalk that we have conducted. That was in India, September 2023, and of course recent GM Vietnam, we also have an after party there, just that we bring it together with our Cryptalk event. Okay, this is our live streaming. So we have our own live streaming platform. It's actually called CS Live, where we invite the projects there to give an introduction about their project, or maybe sometimes it can be about their project development. All in all this is to focus on platform engagement with both online and offline audiences. Okay, that is the short introduction of Coinstore, where we are and what our specialty is. Up next, we have a very exciting segment. That will be the first keynote session. Let's put our hands together to welcome Mr. Herbert, General Manager of Startland. They are a metaverse project company that is into MMORPG GameFi. And then you'll be here giving the introduction about Startland, where they are and where they'll be headed next. Mr. Herbert, please.
Hi. So, good evening everyone. Nice to meet you all. So, I'm Herbert, General Manager of Startland Incorporated. We are designated in the Philippines. So, we mainly do software development and as well as game development. So, for me, I've been in the industry, gaming industry, for at least 5 years. There are certain awards that I received from international, from China, from Philippines, from Thailand as well. So, okay. So, let's start. Pioneering the new era of Web3 gaming. By the way, I want to ask some of you here, who plays Web3 games nowadays? Please raise your hand. Okay, few. I'm shocked, few. How about Web2 games? Who? Steam's, games from Steam's and Epic Games. Nice, very nice. I have a question for the Web3 gamers. Do you have any problems like installing, downloading Web3 games from the browser? Because I myself encountered one. Like, when I download a application, it says it's harmful for my device before installing, right? So we tend to double check everything from the validity of the website from where we download it, of course, so that we can avoid scam. So, okay. So I want to Startland's overview. So we are a metaverse community founded last May 2022. So we started first as a business of NFTs. So we have three NFTs. One is a Neostaki, which is 1,650 unique NFTs. Second is a Crypto Ninja. It's a Ninja NFT, which is 11,111 unique NFTs. Then third is Pando, which is a Dragon NFT. It composed of 10,000 unique NFTs. So our goal is to implement Realverse, meaning Metaverse plus real world. Then we have, of course, members on Discord already. Then followers on TikTok, and our employees is 100 plus. So let's get. So started Metaverse. We already released our map. So here is our map. Same thing like from Sandbox, if you're familiar. So we have this. The area is about 250 kilometers by 250 kilometers. Then we already have sold 1 by 1, 3 by 3, 5 by 5, 10 by 10, and 20 by 20 land. So the lower half of this land are already sold out last November 2023. So okay, so getting into Web3 gaming. So this is what I'm talking about earlier. When downloading from browsers, you're questioning yourselves, are these games legit? Oh, I need to check the URL, the background of the website so that it will not be a scam. Then I just thought, I want these games on a single platform. Like what Steam did, what Epic Games did. Because it's very hard that whenever we want to play a Web3 game, we need to go to another URL, check their validity, then it spawns a warning. So it's very hard for that one. So our goal is to implement all Web3 games in just one platform. So Startland's a unified platform for Web3 gaming. So Startlands aims to revolutionize gaming experience by offering unified platform for Web3 games. So like for example, we plan on asking Axie. Are you familiar with Axie Infinity as well? It's a popular Web3 games to be on our gaming library platform. So here are the features and benefits of our game library. Okay, number one, unified game library. Then seamless integration, enhanced user experience to provide a user-friendly interface. Then true ownership, of course, since Web3 in-game assets, sustainable economic models, and most important is the security and verification. So that is one of our highlights in our gaming library. So incorporates to protect users from potential scams and fraudulent activities. So Startlands will include a robust verification check system to ensure that all games and transactions on the platform are legitimate and secure. So we do not, you do not need to check the validity of the website. It's like a Steam, like you install directly on your PC. So most importantly, we will be having a feature of in our game launcher library is our community blogs. So whenever you like a game, for example, an Axie, and you want to comment it out, so other people will see your comments, and other people will suggest, and it will help other Web3 games to enhance their own games as well from the community. So, okay. So here, I will show you the Startland's Metaverse avatar. So we are not just a gaming library platform, and not just a platform. We are creating games as well. So here are the Metaverse avatars that I'm talking about. So in-game character avatars for NFT holders. This is the exact avatar inside the game when you enter our games. So this one is the Neostaki avatar from the left. The middle is the Crypto Ninja. Then the last is the Pamlo. We haven't had any 3D model, so I'll show you a 2D model for now. So here, of course, it's not just NFT holders that will play. Of course, free-to-play avatars will play as well. So in-game character avatars for free-to-play players. So we have male. So this is just inspired on the Japanese characters. So we haven't not implement Western for now. So here are the three new male characters. Yeah. The next is females. So the fashion of the females is on Japanese as well, Japanese fashion. So we have twin tails, of course. I think some of you like twin tails here. No, no one? Okay. Twin tails, yeah. Okay. So there are three for now. So here, Startlands will feature Startlands Metaverse also on the platform. So we already have developed, it's still on development phase. Here, Startlands MMORPG, our highlight for our project. The next is Coachella. And next is Start Connect. So I'll brief it to you what it is. So Startlands MMORPG. Is there someone plays MMORPG here? MMO? Oh, only one. Okay. So the world, as you can see, is MMORPG, multiplayer online RPG game. So this is the map that we created in our MMORPG. You can see here, like a desert one, a small one, small town. Then here is a new Starland. It's a futuristic land. Then here is the panda, the alligator. So it's all carnivals and roller coasters as well. So next. So in-game, again, in-game character avatars for the NFT holders. One thing, it has added attributes. For example, if you have NFT from Neostaki, and if you play in our Startlands MMORPG game, that Neostaki has increased movement speed. The next, the Crypto Ninja, it has an attribute that longer base health than other NFT avatars. The next is Pando, extended debuff applications. Are you familiar with debuffs from games? Debuffs is, for example, I am a player, then he is the enemy, then I put poison on him. So the poison duration will take long. No damage, just debuffs. Okay, so in-game character avatars, we haven't implemented the clothes for the MMORPG. I just show you the face. Yeah, same as earlier. Then here is one. Kindly click the characters so that it's a video, please. So here's a sample of our male avatars. This male avatar can be used on our metaverse platform as a whole. It's just PDF, sir. Or okay, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so next, for the NFT holders, we are holding classes. So warrior, this is what it looks like. So trickster slash assassin. The next, hunter slash archer. Then mage. Then next are bards. So bards plays a crucial role in our game. Since most of the games, especially in MMORPG, healers are not, they can do dungeons without healers. That's what they said always. But on here, we will prioritize healers as well. So next are puppeteers. Puppeteer class. And the last one is Stormcaller. So it's very different from Mage. I'll tackle it to you later. So, of course, the free-to-play players can only access the base class. So these are the three base class only: the warrior, the hunter, and the mage. There is no secondary class for free-to-play characters, but on the NFT holders, there will be secondary classes. So, classes based on weapon trait. For example, our collection from Neostaki, you can look it up on OpenSea. So there are 47 different weapons in Neostaki collections. So we already categorize which is warrior, which is bards, which is mage classes. And here are the secondary classes. So first one, for warrior, we have the berserker. Berserker is just a close range damage type of warrior. Then the defensive type is class ironclad. So we name it ironclad. So next is the tracer slash assassin. So we have a tinkerer. So they use stun and traps and invisibility as well. They deal physical damage. The next is the arcane sapper, which is specialized in magic infused types. So we have two damage types, one physical and one magic. The next are the hunter or the archers, the shadow star. So they specialize in stealth and long range. The sharpshooter, skilled marksman with a parried accuracy. Then next are the mage. So here we have sorcerer, the long range mage. So they use arcane magic. They will be using arcane magic and ancient spells. Then next, the close range mage. Does anyone already play the mage that is close range? Because most of the games, mages are long range, right? So we have our mage spellblade. So this is a close range magic type attacker. The next, we have bard. So we have Songweaver. So this secondary class deal healing to their no, to their team. The next, Maestro. So they enhance combat abilities like added attack damage, added defensive. The next, our Puppeteer, Enchanter. They control mystical puppets. By the way, Puppeteer class, they can hold at least five classes puppets. As you can see here in our concept art for the Puppeteer. So here it is on the left side. As you can see, there is a side puppet and a sword puppet. So each one has different attacks as well. The next is the Umbral Puppeteer, which deals shadow and ghost magic damage. Then lastly, our Stormcaller, the Tempest. So weather manipulation, lightning and thunder-based attacks, while the Maelstrom Herald, on the other hand, deals lightning and wind attack damage. So next, enough of the MMORPG, we will introduce the Kochi Land. This Kochi Land is still in development now. So we had already Alpha 1 test last April. So here, partnership with Kochi City. Kochi City is on Japan. So we already have partnered with the Kochi City government. So we already have a comprehensive collaboration agreement from which held last February 7, 2024. And as you can see here on the right, places to visit in the metaverse, you can see the Kochi Castle, Katsurahama Beach, Kaizumi Shrine, and Makino Botanical Garden. All of these are already in 3D. So what you see realistically in Kochi, Japan, you can see realistically on our metaverse. So you can explore, you can learn from the history of the Kochi city as well in our metaverse. So here, we already have the 11% total of Kochi area. By the way, the Kochi area in our metaverse is 3 kilometers by 3 kilometers. It defeats GTA 5. Land size. Yeah. So it's very wide land. So many things to explore. So as you can see here, we already had 3D model of Mayor Kuwana Avatar, the mayor of Kochi City. The next is Sakamoto Ryoma, which is a popular hero in Japan. Then lastly here below, testing in the Kochi City metaverse. So we already have the alpha test last April 2022. So mostly of our alpha test gamers are Japanese. So next, Start Connect. This was our ongoing project last year. So this Start Connect is just a conference like we are doing it right now. So we can hold a conference as well inside our metaverse. Okay. So next project that Startlands have will feature our own game builder as well. So we're not just gaming library. We're not just building a game, but as well as we will have a software developed game builder. So we have our code and non-code builder. By the way, do you guys have experience like creating games from other platforms like Roblox, because Roblox, you develop your game as well inside. So here we have code and non-code builder. So it's just drag and drop. So whenever you plan to make a game, there's just a template where you will drag and drop all the assets, all the script that you want to happen inside your game. Then next we have multiplayer integration. So we will have multiplayer. Then next is a user-friendly UI, since most of the game builders nowadays are too much complicated for a beginner. Then next we have advanced asset libraries. So these assets are already available at our metaverse platform. The creators just drag and drop those assets, and creators can upload their own assets. So Startland is not just limited to realistic type of art style. So it depends on the creators as well. If you want a pixel type game, if you want a stylized game, it's fine. Then next, we will have a extensive documentation and support for users who want extensive information about our game builder. Here, benefits in our gaming library platform. So for players, as I said earlier, unified access, then the true ownership, as well as the security and earning opportunities. So we have our players can earn start game points and can be converted to start token. So we are releasing our own token, which is start token. Then we will be releasing our secondary, which is the start game points. So for players, there will be a monthly subscription as well. So players can subscribe to a monthly plan to receive an amount of start game points each month. So these game points can be converted also in start token. So next, exclusive content as well. So subscribers will have access to exclusive in-game items, rare skins, contents that are not available to non-subscribers. The next is our early access. Subscribers can enjoy early access to new games and features before they release to the general public. Then also we offer discounts and offers for the one who subscribe. Subscription plans will include discounts on in-game purchases and offers on premium content as well. So lastly, loyalty rewards. So long-term subscribers will receive loyalty rewards in the form of additional start game points. So they have also will receive rare items and other exclusive perks incentivizing continued subscription. So it's not just an item, maybe an airdrop as well. So next, for the indie developers, since we have our own game builder, most likely those will build a game will be individual developers and develop games in our game builder. This is applicable as well for our partner games. So worldwide audience reach. So developers can publish their games on Startland's platform, reaching a large and engaged audience without the need for extensive marketing efforts. Because nowadays, indie game developers are finding it hard to market their own game. So they can use our platform to market, since we have our community blogs as well. So next is sustainable economic models. So the platform supports sustainable economic models, including play-to-earn mechanics and decentralized marketplaces, which can drive long-term engagement and revenue. So next is we have also developer support, the documentation as well. Then last are the security audits for our partner games. So regular smart contract audits and security updates protect developers from vulnerabilities and exploits, ensuring the integrity of their games. So I will present to you how we will earn on Startland's platform. So this is just a visual representation. So we have here the game points. And if you subscribe, you can convert it to Start Token. And those Start Token, you can convert it to real money. So here, Startland's game points. So you can earn these game points by in-game achievements, in-game daily missions, and account daily missions. So in-game daily missions and account daily missions are very different. So for example, you play an MMORPG type of game. Then there are daily missions for that one. That's what we call in-game. But in account daily missions, since we are an game library, so there will be an activity like play an MMO genre game, play a jumping puzzle game. So it's very different. So next, you can earn also game points to subscription model. Also, you can earn game points on referral. So you can refer your friend for downloading Startland's gaming library. So players can earn additional start game points by referring new users to the Startlands platform. And also, we will be having in-game rewards competitive. By the way, since I said to you guys that the highlight of our game is MMORPG, we are planning to held an esports of MMORPG. As you know, if you are a fellow gamer, you haven't seen any MMORPG esports nowadays. It's all Dota, it's all League of Legends, it's all Mobile Legends like that one. There is one popular if you are familiar with Blade and Soul. Is anyone here familiar with Blade and Soul? So Blade and Soul is a type of MMORPG. It's 1v1 esports, so it's just a duel. But for us, since our MMORPG will held an esports, we can held 1v1, 3v3, 5v5, and guild versus guild. So the guild versus guild is composed of 50 to 100 members. So we will be having an esports 100 people versus 100 people as well. So next we have Startland Marketplace. So we have off-chain items, so consumable items, assets made by other players and landowners, and fashion skins. So since many players like glowing fashions on their characters as well. Then next are the on-chain items. So we have the land, the one I talked to you about earlier, the virtual property of Startlands. This is where they build their own game. Then next is the avatars, the character NFTs. And lastly, the assets, digital representation of exclusive Startlands games. And we will be having also mounts, NFTs, and weapon NFTs. So additionally, the plan of Startland's game library platform is the integration of Web2 games as well. So we plan to integrate also what Steam has, Epic Game has. So here are the partners for the Startlands. This is all from Japan and also from the Philippines. If you are familiar with any of these. So we have the Swaga, ACG Worlds, big people in Japan, and our panel party. So that's it for my presentation of our projects. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ricardo, for your Chinese sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, you get another round of applause for Mr. Herbert. Okay, up next, our next speaker will be engaging with you all through our online platform. So this project, they are fully on-chain game, and they also won Binance Watch 2 Project of the Year in the year 2021. So without further ado, let us welcome Mr. Ricardo from My Neighbor Alice. Round of applause, please.
Yeah, just a new one. Hello, and hello everybody. My name is Ricardo. I'm a CPO at My Neighbor Alice, and this is what we build. What we build is the first fully decentralized game where people are able to play like in any other MMO. They can self-express, they can build, they can collaborate and build together and interact with each other. So, for example, I can say hi to all of you. Everything you see is actually stored on the blockchain, literally everything, like this asset, the fact that I'm running around, the messages that I send, everything is peer-to-peer and stored on the blockchain. There are many things that you can do in My Neighbor Alice, but starting in order, the first thing is this archipelago. Archipelago is like a cluster of islands that compose our video game. And then we have different regions. Every region has different plots, and you can buy this plot, you can rent them, and you can participate in that. For example, this is the main plot of one region, and I will load it and show it to you now. What is this plot is a sort of the central point where everybody gathers, and it actually allows also to trade and to have the economic functions that we have in the game. So basically, trading and so forth. So, for example, here I can see the request. I can change my clothes and I can craft them, for example. So I can change in the way that I like. I don't want to save it because how I'm set actually I did save. Yeah. And there are different things. I can interact with the objects. I can sit on it. And what is very interesting to see is the storefront. Here, I can sell my items and I can purchase some from the market. For example, I can decide that I want to sell my bait for some money. And now I'm selling it. And of course, I can buy items from the shop. The really interesting part is that we give this to the players and we don't get it ourselves. So instead of the traditional approach of game developers that want to sell you items directly and make money out of it and profit out of it, what we tend to do is to basically create tools that players can use in order to create their own economy. For example, I want to buy this, I can purchase it, and now I'm making a transaction with my cryptocurrencies. There is no man in the middle. There is no way we can stop this. Everything is decentralized. Then I can go into my land. I have several lands. This is the one that I will show you. And in the land, I can actually do several things. I can complete quests, and completing quests actually means that I can unlock better skills to craft better items. It means that I can progress, and it means that I can help also my neighbors. So one very interesting thing that maybe you noticed is that this really is an open world, and this is the limit of my land. My friends can actually go here and start working and creating their own world. What we have are resources, and we can actually get these resources and basically get a return out of, in terms of resources from my land. I can, you see on the right, get Lumberlunde birchwood, which is a type of wood that is used. All of these transactions, actually, again, I want to say it again, are happening on the blockchain. So there are transactions like sending Bitcoin, essentially. And they all happen without me not noticing while I play because everything is automatic, and it works everything without fees because we have a system that offsets the fees for them. So as a player, you do not pay, and we are paying for them essentially. This is part of the model. I can actually plant seeds. I can plant plants, and then I can water like I'm doing now, and I can also harvest them. So in this case, I'm getting edamame seeds, for example. We have, when I finish, I can actually see the outcome of it. Also, this outcome actually is on the chain, and these edamame seed, edamame vegetables are actually essentially a currency that I can trade and use. Now, you see these very simplistic, but we had a contest where people were able to create their own land, decorate with items that they were creating, and actually make them nice. And the results were outstanding. This is one of the people that participated, and they actually created a world that is very, very nice. In Maneboralis, our goal is to let people self-express and share their own world. That is why it's important that they have tools created from us, and and these tools are only used for the purpose of that activity. So this is one of the lender. You can see is very highly customized. There are assets everywhere. There are hidden messages and games and so forth. There is also a very big tower. Go down, and we can, for example, go in there. A very nice thing, I can actually take care of the plant of this neighbor. So this is a real mechanic of collaboration that we wanted to highlight. And by going on the top, it almost fell. I can have a view of the whole archipelago. And again, I want to participate. I can find plants that needs to be watered. I can explore the space, and I can play with other friends. For example, this is a plant that needs water, and I will water for them. I can also sing for this plant, so I will increase the yield. This way, we create mechanics that allow people to collaborate, because to us, Manipulalis is about collaboration. If I go back to town, I can show you actually completing one of the quests. I think that the Mummy Seed was something that I was looking for, that I was in need. So I will now go and complete my quest, and I will show you that that I can get the possibility of crafting new items. Also, in the chat, we see that people are buying and selling. Here, somebody is trying to buy a wall for 0.1 Alice. And for example, I can have this quest that I had in the backlog. Now I have all the items. I just finished to farm Idamame. And this will give me a reward. In this case, gave me like a recipe for creating midsummer t-shirt, which is actually a sort of festivity that there is in the north of Europe, and I'm able to craft this item. And I can continue, I can get other quests, and by doing more and more quests, I have the possibility of getting these tickets, which essentially gives me the possibility of crafting these items, and these items are NFTs and unique and entirely decentralized. So our goal really is to leverage the power of blockchain in order to make a world that is truly yours, that is truly decentralized, that people can really use to their advantage, and without us being as men in the middle controlling exactly what they want to do. At the moment, we are in open beta, so you can just go on manipulalis.com and you can claim a free parcel. I would like to show you, but I cannot really. I don't know how to share the screen with the desktop, with the browser. But yeah, manipulalis.com/play. You can just get a free plot, play the game. There are a lot of free perks at the moment. Playing is free, and you can probably have some few good hours of playtime and interact with the neighborhood of Manipulalis. So this is it, and enjoy the conference in Singapore. Yeah.
All right. Sorry. All right. Can we have another round of applause for Mr. Ricardo? Okay, shortly after we'll flash the QR for Mr. Ricardo's contact, so you guys can actually stay connected. And for, of course, Mr. Herbert, he's here on site with us today, so you guys can actually mingle afterwards. hands here. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your kind attention. Up next, of course, we have some awesome buffet at the back, and that's the start of the networking session also. Prior to that, can I get everyone's support